Mm. Enjoying my mug of cowbell coffee. Unfortunately, Cina Soul can't enjoy the same thing. But anyway, yes, tastes good, feels good. To be enjoying that, it wakes you up in the morning, okay? You're welcome to Unpacking. You're still tuned into Culture Daily, and you're welcome back from our commercial breaks. On Unpacking this morning, yes, I mentioned Cina Soul because she's here. Looking so beautiful, so nice. Cina Soul is always accessorizing in a very nice way, and I like that. I think that she knows her stuff, right? But yes, hello, beautiful.
Hi.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
What does it for you? Good morning, Cina, because you're always looking nice, always on point, every single time.
Thank you.
What's the intentionality for you?
Honestly, it's all my stylist. She's very intentional about every single detail. Like, you don't have to wear this. Make sure that you don't ever take off your glasses. Like, do this, do that. It's my stylist. Like, we planned this out. It's always very intentional.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shouts to her then.
Yeah,
because I think that it's been consistent, yes, right? Yes. And you see, like today I can tell your accessories are silver and silver only, silver right? Only, yes. Yeah, and it looks really, really nice.
Thank you.
How has your 2024 been so far?
It's been, let me see, maybe it started off very calm and slow. I was in the studio most of the time, always recording because I'm in album mode.
Yeah.
So I'm always recording, jumping from studio to studio. Had a couple of trips in between. Very calm, very collected type of year I've had so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned being in album mode.
Yes.
How long has this been in the works?
Let me see, about a year.
That's
year.
Some time.
Yes, and I could say even maybe longer because some of the songs that might make it to the tape have been made long ago.
Okay.
You know, but I wasn't in that space to say, okay, I'm ready for an album. But I think I'm at that space now. The whole team, everyone's like, okay, Cina, it's time. You need to debut. You've been doing like, I think I have about 3 EPs out. So enough of that. Let's do
an album.
Yeah.
What has been that link for you from when you weren't ready to put out, you know, an album, and then now being ready? Aside what the team says about you putting out EPs so much and it being time, mentally, what has it been for you?
I think, I don't know, but I think it's an artist thing where you feel like you want to feel the moment. You want to feel like, okay, it has come to me that
this is the time.
Yes, I think I was waiting for that time, and I kept stalling everyone because there are times that they're like, Cina, I think we should do an album. I'll be like, no, I don't think they're ready for an album yet. But I think I just got to that space myself that, you know what, actually, you guys are right. I'm tired of the EPs. Let's do an album. I could do an album this year, the following year, the next year. So what am I really waiting for?
And you have the songs, don't
yes,
you?
I do.
Exactly. So you just put them out. It's
do.
been about a decade since your introduction to us, largely via Vodafone Icons. That was in 2014, right?
2014.
Wasn't that in 2014?
I think.
Yeah, so it's a decade this year,
yeah,
right? And so it's only right. But would you also attribute that to growth? Would you say that you have grown so much in the industry first and then into your music as well? Because I see it on Too Bad. We are going to get to that, which is her new release. If you haven't listened to it, it features Sarkodie and Okenes, and also DJ Breezy, you know, did the production. So we'll get into that as well. But would you attribute it to growth?
Definitely, because I would say that, let's say 4 or 5 years of my career when I started Vodafone Icons, I was still in school, I was still in uni, I was still finding my ground, I was still finding my sound. I didn't really have time because I was balancing school and all of that. So after that, when I had the time to actually make time for music, that's when I started finding myself and then releasing EPs and doing that, collaborating with the artists, playing shows, because sometimes you have a show, but like you're in school, you have an exam, you can't really, you have to pick,
prioritize.
Exactly. And you're not paying your school fees yourself. Your parents are paying your school fees, so you had to prioritize school. So after that, I think I got the chance to like find myself growing year after year, find even my own voice. If I listen to my previous records, I can't stand them.
Really?
I cannot stand.
Oh, the growth. So evident.
I can't stand my first single was Awu. I can't stand it. I can't. I'm like, what is that? What's this voice? So I can even tell the growth in my own voice and my performances so I just felt ready. I think I'm like a full package now to say, okay, I'm releasing a project that I can actually stand by and stand behind.
Will this growth include growth from Klamanye to who we see today? I'm saying this and I'm going to come to Too Bad because I don't see Klamanye in there.
At all. I think I call it Clamania came about when I was releasing my Gamashi EP.
Yeah,
I
okay.
found her in that space because I feel like every EP I've released so far sort of came with a character or came with a persona.
Okay.
And Gamashi made sense for Clamania. So that whole time that EP was out. I was in that persona. I was in my beats. It was only right. It only fit that particular rollout. Yes. So when I phased out that Gamashi and I released another EP for Times We Lost, that's when I let her go.
Okay.
I'm not saying I let her go completely because she'll always be a part of me. I can still tap into the high life. I can still tap into the Gamashi vibe.
Right.
But I keep growing. I keep finding different sides of me that I'm appreciating.
Okay.
Yeah.
And finding different sides of you you're appreciating, which side of you are we going to be getting on this new album? And if you just will share what the name of the album is, not when it's coming, because you people have a way of never mentioning when the album is coming exactly until you're ready, so that is fine. Okay, just the title of the album and the personality that we are going to be getting through this album.
If I tell you that we've settled on one name, I'll be lying to you.
There's a lot.
There's a lot of options. There's a lot.
That's good.
It's even a struggle because me too. I want to feel like I'm very weird. I think every artist is a little weird. I want to find a name in my dreams.
I think every creative has a certain level of weirdness to them.
You have to be weird.
That's only what makes the talent unique. You know, that you need to find that.
You need to be a little weird. You know, I'm waiting to find it. I'm waiting to hear the whisper. Okay, this is the title. And I'm like, Cina, come on. Like, can we just go? But yeah, we have a couple options, and then we haven't really settled on any yet.
Would you share? No? Okay.
It's fine. If we end up, I'm like,
not using that.
Exactly.
But that only speaks to the creativity and the talent pool, in your team. Because having a couple, some people will put the work together, like the different songs, and still not have any at all, So now that you have a pool of names to choose from, we can only keep our fingers crossed and wait. Wait patiently on that. Now, this is a 2-pack EP en route the album. Okay. All right. So we have Too Bad, which is with Kenneth and Sarkodie. We are going to be pulling up that surprise, that DJ Breezy pulled up. So if we can get that video ready, DJ Breezy, I beg your pardon, pulled up a surprise on Cina Soul. She was just sitting down, minding her business, and then the verse came, and the shock. See, it was probable because you can tell you had no idea that was coming. What were you hoping to hear when DJ Breezy was playing the song?
Because he said he wants me to hear a mix.
Okay.
We've been working on the song. It's been a year.
Working on Too Bad?
Yeah, we worked on it for a long time. A lot of changes had happened. So personally, I was just waiting for like a different something. Because he said, listen, listen to this new mix. I wasn't expecting, obviously, truth is, I wanted Sak on the song. We all wanted Sak on the song from the beginning. Breezy and I, the moment we did the song, we all knew Sak had to be on it. Okay. But what the shock is the fact that he sends the verse the exact same day.
Oh.
So we sent the song by morning. We got the verse by like late afternoon.
That's nice.
That's crazy.
And you didn't even expect that he would do it?
At all. Oh. Because I'm expecting that, okay, we received the song. He likes it, okay, you will see what we're going to do. No, I didn't get none of that. I didn't get it. I loved it. I just got it this.
But I think that Sak is a big fan of yours. I say that because I remember him coming here when he released his Jams playlist, as he calls it, and he spoke really highly of you. So it's no surprise to me that he reverted so fast with his verse.
And it's crazy because when he sent me his verse for his song, the Over Me, I also sent my verse the same day. So I don't know if he's doing that because
the same thing.
Listen, I'm
returning
like, wow.
energies. And you also spoke about that. I remember you had a conversation with Adeshope where he said that when Sak called, you just had to deliver. So I think that energy in, energy out, and that's what it is. I'm excited to know that he gave you the verse right when. Okay,
right, same day.
So let's talk about Kenneth, the choice of Kenneth for this, and then we'll talk about the visualizer because I see what you people did there. We had the Cina Soul, then we had Kenneth, then we had Sarkodie. Now, I didn't realize the Sarkodie bit when I was watching, but when I saw the Kenneth bit, I'm like, is this Kenneth? And then I realized, no, this is actually Cina Soul. So the choice of Kenneth, because I think that his verse is also really hard.
Was, like I said, apart from the Sak being on the song, I won't lie, Kenneth was a pure A&R move.
Right.
And that's when the business of the game comes into play, because sometimes it's not all about, okay, I feel this person. It's about, okay, wait a minute. Technically, if you look at PR, his voice, his style, what he would actually bring into it, you know that, okay, that's perfect.
Yeah.
So my A&R handled that, like, okay, let's put, and I'm a big fan of Okene, first of all, because I always say that people seem to be a rapper, but personally I seem to be a singer.
Okay.
Yes, I'm like, I wanted to see what he was going to bring and
on.
he just brought he just took the song to a different spiritual level. I'm like, what?
So we can say shouts to A&R, Miss Pepper.
Yeah, Miss P.
Miss P, Big P, shouts to you for pulling this off. I think that it's a sweet blend, right? With DJ Breezy on production, and then you said we should run from you. Cina said, if you guys haven't listened to the song, it's titled Too Bad, please head over to YouTube. It was released maybe about 24 plus hours ago. Okay, please go listen to it. Just type in Cina Soul featuring Sarkodie and Okenneth and DJ Breezy, and I'm sure the song will pop up. She said you should run away from her because she's not good for you. But this video is good for your viewing pleasure. For those who are listening to us on Plus 89.9 FM, you may not see Cina Soul's reaction when DJ Breezy played the song, but here goes.
Okay, so Cina, so I want you to listen to the first mix, and then you tell me what you think about that. Okay?
All right, let's go.
You ready? Okay.
Run away from me, 'cause I'm too bad for you. Run away from me, too bad for you. Run away from me, too bad for you.
You don't deserve to be treated like how I do. I know you want me all to yourself, but I got a few. I know the kind that you love, kinda cute. Holding hands, walk on the beach and catching the view. I'm too busy for you. I wish you tell me this time I make sure with the kind of. You don't deserve to be treated like how I do. I know you want.
Now I mentioned that her shock was probable. Like you can feel it when you're watching the video, because like she said, she didn't see that coming at all. But this is Too Bad. Cina, I love the video, the visualizer, and hopefully we are going to get an actual video,
music,
right?
yes,
Where we have Sarkodie and Okenneth in there. But what was promo plans in pushing the visualizer first, right? What was it for you? Because I mean, now people give us the audio, they give us the lyric video, and then they give us a visualizer, and then if we are blessed, we get the video, okay? Because I think that to an extent now visualizers cut it as well, right? But with this song, please, to Cina Soul and to her team, this is a plea. I would love to see an actual video with Cina, Sarkodie, and Okenneth. Please do that for us. We beg you. Thank you very much. So Cina, what has it been for you so far with the promo and all of that?
It's been amazing. It's been
the feedback on the visualizer.
It's
good,
crazy,
yeah.
And I'm so happy about that because we put so much work into this, bringing the other artists to life in the visualizer. And one thing about
Cina Soul.
through me, you know, they gave me a lot of work because I had to learn lyrics. Literally had to watch their videos to sort of mimic their all of that,
their
aura,
mannerisms,
every
and
single thing. Because obviously you see that if you watch Sax, but he's a little different. He points to the camera a lot. He holds a cigar.
Yeah.
Okenneth likes to cover his face, and he's a little
All
more
the time.
moody and somber. But so I had to do all of that and seeing the results and probably like, oh wow, that's creative. Like, that's what we wanted because we wanted to. We could have just done a simple visualizer, but I said, listen, let's push it. Let's push it. Let's
nailed it.
And it just turned out amazing. People really love it, and I'm really happy about.
You nailed it. There's also Different Place,
Yes,
right? Which
yes.
is also a really good one.
Yes.
I don't think Cina Soul has a bad song.
Hey.
No, I really don't think you do. I understand when you say that you can't listen to your earlier songs, but that's okay, right? Speaks to the maturity in the music, and then also your intentionality in learning, you know, what to do and what not to do when it comes to your music, your voice, your craft, and all of that. That's okay, that's fine. But I think that what it is what it is.
Thank you.
So let's speak on that for Different Plays as well. So now on the road to giving us an album later this year. You've given us Too Bad.
Yes.
You've given us Different Place.
Yeah.
Are we going to be getting more singles as well? And for Different Place, are we going to be getting a visualizer for
Definitely.
that?
We have a full rollout plan for all these 2 songs because they are all very good songs. So we can't let one just sit, but we can't do all at the same time. So we're given, like, there's a plan for Too Bad to roll out for this number of weeks, and then we start with Different Place, which has a completely different vibe from Too Bad. And from there, we will definitely get another single before the album. Or 2, you know, because the songs are there. And one thing my team is trying to do this year is, usually we are very stingy with the music, but we're not going to do that this time because there's more music to be made, there's more creativity.
That means like 20 songs on the album.
20!
I'm just asking, Cina.
I could, because there's a lot of songs, but I think with people's attention span lately, you don't really want to throw all into one, you know. But yeah, more music, more features, more surprise features in there. I'm excited.
Yay! Yay! I know that you're not going to mention the features, so I wouldn't ask that. Okay. Now, you've mentioned that there are more songs. Okay. So does that mean year on year from now we are going to be getting a lot of albums from Cina Soul? Is it going to be a back-to-back thing? Have you put thought into that? How is that going to play out?
Definitely going to be a back-to-back because, like I said, we have a lot of songs, so we can actually release an album now and release another maybe early in the year. We could do all of this, but at the same time, when we put it out, would wait, because sometimes you put projects out and a song does so well, maybe you need to do remixes and refixes and all of that. So depending on how it goes, we'll see if we'll get more projects immediately or after.
Breaking boundaries beyond Ghana. How is that going for you? You also mentioned a couple of months ago when you were here that you're loving being an independent artist now. We'll get to if that is still working for you. But, you know, I just want to know because I think that the talent is huge. You have such a heavy talent. Soft but heavy voice, you know, that can push through, you know, any boundary if you want to. How is that playing out for you? How is that coming along, the work being put into it?
I mean, as every indie artist goes through, it's hard. You know, there's so many, you're competing with people that have labels behind them, people that have technology behind them.
Quote unquote, the machine.
The machines behind them. You are actually in the same airspace. We are fighting to be there. It's obviously harder. You fight 10 times harder. You try to push your creativity like we do with what we have because we're hoping that would fight the funding and all the machines that they have. So we are doing our best. We're hoping that this project will open doors for me internationally because
I pray so. You deserve it. No, you really do because sometimes it can be tiring as a creative when you know that you are good. Your team knows that you are good. Everyone around you knows that you are good, but the push isn't coming. Sometimes it gets very strenuous, you know. You don't want to do it anymore. You don't want to push through anymore. Because to what end? Because you keep going and going and going. So yeah, I think that it's about time you get that. And I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. Maybe we should add fasting and praise.
We should. It's not like we always haven't done that before. We do sometimes.
Hopefully. But are you still loving being an independent artist? Because the last time...
I still am.
You're going to stick with that?
The thing about labels is it's all about the paperwork for me. If it makes sense and then the plan makes sense, because sometimes they'll approach you with all these roses and castles in the air and then it doesn't turn out that way. So if the paperwork makes sense and I realize that they have the machines, they have all of that can push me, I'm down. I'm not saying that I would never sign a label. No, I won't say that because we also need them. They're part of the industry.
Yes.
So if the paperwork, everything makes sense, I will.
And then also, let me add that if you be allowed to make all of the music in any language, including your most beloved Ghana language, because I think I remember a couple of years ago when you said Universal didn't want Ojole because you made it in Ghana. I remember that so well. So maybe we should add that as well. Right? So we are putting it out in the universe. A label for Cina with all the paperwork on point, right? All right. Now, Cina, you've mentioned that you're working on an album. You've mentioned that there are more surprise features, which is
Yes.
exciting. You're going to give us some singles as well before the album drops, right? What are your expectations? What's the highlight going to be for you when the album finally drops?
I mean, everyone, when you're about to drop something, you just want it to take you to a different level, a different dimension, different audience. You have a bigger fan base, the numbers, your Spotify numbers, your YouTube. You want all this to make sense, and that's what we're hoping for me. We have some targets, we have some goals that we're trying. Even with these 2 singles, we have a goal. If we reach some particular number, would do another thing. Like we have a plan for every single move. We'll celebrate at some point. I'm like, okay, this got here, so let's push this more. Let's do this. So I'm hoping for the best because we will go hard. I keep saying with the little funds that we have, we will always do our very best to do what we can. But I always say I can't do it by myself.
Definitely.
That's one thing that people need to understand. Like people that listen to me, like I also only have one social media. So I can only do one post. But if everyone that listens to my stuff does a post, supports, you're really supporting me, you're putting my stuff out there. So it's not just on me. If you love me and you really, really feel my music, just push me as well as much as you possibly can.
Yeah. I feel that. I feel the emotions, right? The passion coming out of that. So that's good. That's good. We are going to just wait patiently for whatever. But while we wait, we'll be soaking in Too Bad and also Different Place. Because guess what? Cina Soul has become Too Bad and she's in a different place.
You know what I mean?
Is Unpacking.